Welcome back, dweebs, to another episode of Preview Review. I'm James. Wrong way. That's Kev. Kev, how are we
Right
doing
over
today,
here.
bud?
I am fantastic, sir. Had a very long sports-filled weekend, but it was a great time. Of course, we
did.
all enjoyed that extra long Super Bowl, I bet. So as of recording, it's Monday night. We've been burning the candle at both ends over here, James. How about you?
Same, man. That game took forever. The overtime till the very end, and but everything's good. We're good. It's the first one we've done in a while. It's been a slow start to the year. I don't think we've done one since December. Just a lot of the trailers and stuff just didn't do it for us. Nothing real ultra exciting out there.
Yeah, historically, it's that time of year, January. It's back before all the streaming services when people cared maybe more about the award cycle. I seem to remember January being kind of a dead month. It's historically where studios would move movies that they didn't expect to do well. They just go, oh, we'll release that one in January when no one's, so we can blame that on the bad numbers, so to speak. I think it's changed a little bit with streaming because people are more attuned to watching that stuff at home, so you can maybe draw better numbers. But no, this was definitely a year that reminded me of those old days where it's like, oh, there's just nothing doing in January at all. There was that, what's it called, Rebel Moon, that I still haven't watched yet. I'm really looking forward to making fun of that, James. I hear it's very bad.
Yeah, it came out December-ish. I haven't watched either. I mean, that originally started as a Star Wars movie and wasn't good. Is that Zack Snyder, right? Wasn't good enough. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's got some Star Wars elements to it that it's like, it just doesn't look the part. It doesn't look like something. And the
Zack
reviews were bad.
Snyder needs to go back in the lab and find some comic books that he really likes and just do what he does best, which is to encapsulate drawn comics about as well as anybody ever has in the movie medium. Like, you go watch The Watchmen or 300.
300 is so fucking good.
Looks so good. It looks so good, but when he doesn't have source material to pull from, it leaves me wanting.
I always forget he did the first 300. Man, I mean, that's really what got him kicked off. It's so good. So good. Watchmen's pretty good. There's a couple of miscast people in it, but as a whole, it was pretty solid. But he's all over the place since then. Like, his DCEU was mainly down here.
The Snyder Cut.
I did like the Snyder Cut, but man, it's a beast of 4 hours to watch.
I liked it, and especially in compared to the Whedon cut.
I think that's probably it, right? It's compared to the crap that actually came out.
Exactly. It's one of those. Yeah, it's like, well, if I didn't have this other really bad one before it, I don't know how well it stands just on its own merit. But yeah, you're like, oh, well, this is an improvement. I still think it had a lot of weird stuff in it with it being incomplete, and it felt, especially towards the end, like he was just saying, here's a bunch of what would have been post-credit scenes from other movies that I'm going to weirdly string together here with the flash forwards and all that weird stuff. So, luckily, Zack Snyder has nothing to do, I think, with what we'll be talking about today, folks.
He does not, folks. We have a big one. I think this is the biggest trailer of the start of this year. We got Deadpool 3, Kev, or as it is now called, officially titled Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah,
are you excited?
Oh yeah, that's why we're rocking the untraditional 3, because these feel more like Wolverine claws, baby.
Yep, my little fingers. These aren't great claws, but very excited. I know me and you were both kind of checked out of the MCU. Loki 2, we both you loved it. I thought it was very good. Do you think this movie can get you to go back? We have to go back.
Yeah, right. We have to, it's kind of a loaded question for me. So I'll be fair, but I'll be transparent. Um, Deadpool is an IP that probably would have brought me back regardless, just to check on it because
I
I
guess
have
what
faith in
the
the
first two
creators.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I like
first
the
two movies. Love them. I love them. I
Yeah,
love them.
exactly. Yes, I do. And shout out to our dweeb brother Lou, who is
Yeah, Lou.
I shit you not the biggest Deadpool fan that I know.
Ooh,
And
maybe we'll have him on for a review once we get back.
yeah,
I
it
know
would
he's
be
got a
great.
kid going on. Like we got some
Hmm.
time. It's not till July, so we got some time.
We might even be able to swing Lou and Kelsey for a
Ooh,
Deadpool review. They might, but we might get the whole gang back for that one. But
we
uh,
back up.
be between Lou being a big fan of those comics and those characters, I've read a bunch of Deadpool comics I never would have read if not for his
Mhm.
love for that. Hell, I've inherited a Deadpool T-shirt from Lou, so this is something
Nice.
that I would have watched no matter what. And a bit of a spoiler, I did glance through this trailer once, so I will
Mhm.
just say that.
I have watched it. I couldn't help myself, Paul. I watched.
Mhm.
I missed the kickoff of the game because I was watching it. I have watched it and I have read some stuff, so which will be great for guiding this along. But on a very different note, it's usually me that hasn't watched it, so the turntables have been flipped here.
My, how the turntables. Yeah, it'll be great to have you there to fill some blanks because
Mhm.
I I I snuck a little peek, but I did my best to really not
Yep.
catch everything, look back, rewatch. But I saw enough to know that this has it pulls from parts of the MCU that I will like. And I phrase that in such a vague way
Mhm.
just to say if for some reason you wound up here, but you actually don't want potential spoilers, whatever. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert. All
Yeah.
right.
This will
We're
be.
for this and
Yeah.
for Loki season
Yeah.
2.
Correct. And a lot of other MCU stuff. So yes, if you're here, we appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you. But mega warning here. Like, we'll watch it first. Won't break anything crazy, but after that, it's free game. So just a warning. Like, we will go in depth on a lot of things we have seen, I've read about. There's gonna be a lot to talk about. This one's gonna be a big one. So
Whammy.
let's go ahead. Let's get her pulled up. Starting right here, Kev. This is Deadpool 3, formerly known as Deadpool 3, now known as Deadpool and Wolverine. Official teaser trailer that came out during the Super Bowl. So here we go, buddy.
Firing off right away with the toothpaste icing.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure, but I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
We've seen a lot of faces that
Oh, yes.
you wouldn't think you would see.
Hair, too.
We will.
Very odd.
Who's asking? Whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
some
whoa, whoa.
pruning.
UVA,
Is
baby.
that supposed to be scary?
Mhm.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
That line got me.
Well, not his hair.
Yeah, why? Yeah. I'm going to leave it
Miss
alone for
Wilson,
now.
You appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me. Wait. You are special.
I was hoping it was going to be Morbius.
This is your chance.
I kind of thought so,
Be a
too.
hero among
Man, you're
Doesn't-
Deadpool? Wow.
Doesn't mean you won't show up.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your
That's a
little
good one, too.
cinematic universe is about to change forever.
Mother
I'm the
of God.
Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
These shots are really cool.
They got some really good shots. Yeah.
Oh my God! love this part.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
I love how little they give us of this. You tease.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Hmm.
There you go. In case we need that for the thumbnail. I
All
did the
right.
soy face thing.
You hit something on the head that we've talked about at length on this show. It does not give very much away.
Mm-hmm.
And we love that kind of shit.
You know how much I love that. Yeah, that was actually difficult. It was hard. I wanted to talk more. Sometimes I always want to skip to phase 2, and be like, all right, let's
Start
pause
talking
and break
about it.
this
Like,
down.
yeah.
It was very hard for me to not provide more reaction as we were watching that. But yes, agreed there. I love, you got to keep it ambiguous. You got to build interest without just laying out the big twist or whatever. So well done. But
We don't get a clip of who the big bad is here. I think the big one is we don't see Wolverine. Are you surprised they don't? I mean, you catch him at the end. Like, there's a couple glimpses of him. There's the one where he's in a white suit, which we'll talk about. People think it's Patch. And the very end, he comes in his yellow suit. Now, we've obviously seen him leaked set footage, which kind of takes the reveal away. But are you surprised that they don't actually show him fully at all?
I'm not. Maybe I feel like I'm cheating with this answer, but the fact that it has been leaked would maybe give me a
Yeah.
reason to think that
Mhm.
there wasn't as much of a need to hold it. But no,
Mhm.
what's the release date on this one again? I think we
July
just
26th. So you're probably getting one, if not two more trailers on this.
and there
And
it
a
is.
full marketing campaign, too.
I
So.
think it's gonna, if depending on if it's 2 or 3, it's either gonna be the next one or
Mhm.
shit, maybe they'll show him on the next one, then we'll see a lot more in the 3rd one. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, knowing or assuming that there will be more than one
Mhm.
trailer. It makes perfect sense to me that they would that gives us something to look forward to, gives people a reason to go watch the 2nd
Mhm.
trailer and continue that big marketing sales funnel. So, I'm not terribly surprised, are you?
I'm a little bit, just because it was during the Super Bowl. Like, that's such a mega place to
Hmm.
put it that I was kind of surprised that just because it was there, not for any other reason than because it was the Super Bowl they released this during.
That's
That's what I thought.
that's a great point, and I'm gonna chase that point with a question for you because we just
Mhm.
talked about this in Carnage Unleashed, or about the UFC 300. I'll make this very quick, but
Mhm.
UFC 300, huge event, biggest of all time, right? They
Mhm.
were supposed to announce their main event at the Super Bowl. They did not, which leads me, Clayton, and Wade to all believe that that main event is going to be underwhelming. Otherwise, yeah, as you said,
Mhm.
it's the biggest stage that you could
Yeah.
have. Why would you waste that opportunity? With that in mind, James, are you worried that maybe some of the test responses to Wolverine's look weren't well received?
No,
And are they going to be doing some tweaks to him? Are you worried about that at all? Or are they just trying
I don't.
to play it close to the vest?
I think they're trying to play it close to the vest. As I think it's because it's not a new character. Like, it's not a new somebody else playing Wolverine. It is Hugh Jackman. We've seen Hugh Jackman play Wolverine. It seems like 50 times. He's been playing Wolverine for 24 years. If you didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I didn't
Yeah.
actually
So,
have
like,
the math, but we never seen him play Yellow
I,
Wolverine.
I saw we've never seen him with a comics accurate, however you want to say it, costume. Now, maybe they just don't care because obviously it leaked out. And I guess Ryan Reynolds just posted it. He posted the first picture after it got leaked. Or maybe he posted it first. I can't have him and Wolverine standing next to each other. So it is out there. So I don't think it has anything to do with the test footage thing. I think, and I actually would go the other way because the MCU is not in a great spot right now. Like, this is
Agreed.
two formerly Fox-owned characters that they bought back that are two hammers. I mean, on the pantheon of characters they can use right now that are available, like I don't consider Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr. available anymore. Like Iron Man, Captain America, maybe they'll come back for Secret Wars or something. But like currently, of characters they have available, people they get back, like these two of the biggest they have left. Like,
Yes.
or they could get, like Spider-Man's in that realm. But
they're the biggest because they've already brought Spider-Man back, right? Like we've seen Toby.
I guess as far as new characters, yes. I'm just saying as a whole of who they have.
Yeah.
Even
fair enough. Yeah.
But I'm saying like an actor availability who would do it. Like Chris Evans has said he's done. Robert Downey Jr. is done. Even like they're bigger than Thor. Like they're bigger than Hemsworth.
Agreed. Which I mean, Deadpool is a lock, but it's just funny how poorly that X-Men franchise, or at least half of those movies, they're looked back on, not necessarily incredibly fondly, but everybody agrees that Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, right?
Like there's like it's like pick and choose. Like the first two are okay, good, like, but they were in that original era of movies when superhero movies hadn't taken off yet. 3 is junk.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have, what is it? The X-Men's Origins movie, which is where actually Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool technically the first time.
Yep.
When he played the red clad version. And then I don't know if he actually played the Weapon X or if somebody else did that. Like it's fucking weird. That movie sucks. Then you got the second X-Men or the second Wolverine movie, which was really good until the very end, and then it gets super comic booky when they're cutting his claws off and drilling in to like take his blood or samples or whatever. Remember the big metal Japanese people?
Yep, forgot about that movie, to be honest.
Then you get chronologically, yes, exactly. Like it's actually good for about 3/4, and then it goes off rails completely. These are not chronological order. Then you get the First Class movies, which X-Men First Class is awesome. I stand by that movie so much with Fassbender and McAvoy taking over the roles. I think it's great. Then you get Days of Future Past, which is probably arguably my favorite X-Men movie.
I was going to say, they have their run there. That's where they get good again. Yep.
That's their run, was those two. Like, they are so good. Then they did the third movie in that trilogy is junk. It had Oscar Isaacs played the bad guy. What is the name of it?
Apocalypse. X-Men Apocalypse, right?
Yes.
And that's his name, his character's name. Yeah, that was
his
bad.
Character, but that's the movie,
the one after that was also not good.
Did they do one after that too? I don't fucking remember.
The Dark Phoenix, which was just X-Men 3 basically again, but somehow worse.
Oh, they weren't the same movie, were they?
That was after Apocalypse.
They're the same movie. Yeah. Because Sophie Turner is terrible. That movie's junk. So bad. Which is awful. It just sucks because I thought X-Men, those First Class movies, did a really bad job of killing some characters off screen that really hurt the franchise.
Yeah, that was a tough, and some of the casting, some of the challenging characters I actually thought they did well with. Like I thought the young Beast, I thought that was a great casting in that franchise. But so little things, like I don't think Kevin Bacon was a great villain in there. I can't remember which one that was. But yeah, it was weird because they had X-Men 1, X-Men 2, and then they had those two in the First Class, where it's like they had two little really good.
Matthew Vaughn was in his bag then.
Yeah, they could tell a condensed story, but the when you add all the parts together, it's like, man, this is kind of bad.
Even Days of Futures Past, like it's a condensed story, but it's pulling from everywhere. Like it was trying to fix that timeline and make them work, and it, in theory, did. Then they did that, but then you get probably the best X-Men movie in Old Man Logan, which was, or I guess it's just called Logan. The comic is Old Man Logan, which was Hugh Jackman's swan song. Like that was it. He was done. There was only one way he was ever coming back, and nobody ever thought this would happen.
Exactly.
Nobody ever thought they'd end up in Disney hands, and you'd have the chance to bring Deadpool and Wolverine over together. They've never done a movie together. Like, this is wild.
It
This is
absolutely,
the fact that this is happening is wild.
and that it's all stems from way back when that test footage got leaked of
Mhm.
the Deadpool movie that no one wanted to make, because something that I didn't know until recently was that Ryan Reynolds had this in his head when they were doing the X-Men Origins, and that I think even at one
Mhm.
point, I think an early version of that script actually had Deadpool being the big bad and like having the version of him that would actually talk, which is, which probably
Yeah.
makes
That version
people
they've made.
yeah, more angry about what they ended up doing,
Mhm.
because that's what we were all like, why would
Yes.
you even make him
He
Deadpool if you're gonna sew his mouth shut? It makes no sense.
Yeah, he didn't even like theoretically play, but he played Wade Wilson pre Deadpool, and then he played the Weapon X. And I don't, again, I thought it might have been a stunt double did the Weapon X because I mean he's like you
Oh, and
said,
that's
he's
fair
mouth.
too, because it could have very easily just been
It might have
CGI
been.
for the
I'd have to
close-ups.
look, or it might have been a stunt double or CGI, like because it's so it doesn't even have to
Because
be
it's
him.
different, because he's not even using a sword at that point, because he's got the katana
Yeah,
blades coming out of his forearm or
yeah.
something.
I
So
don't think it's him. We'd have to really dig into that, but I actually don't think it was him. I think
absolute
it was a
ass.
stunt double. He had to fight for years to get this role to get it off the ground, like especially after that because it wasn't any good. He's got the one cool scene in that movie where he chops the bullet in half,
Yep.
and then that's it.
And one, I think, really
None of the
annoying
quips,
scene in the
nothing.
elevator. Yeah.
None of the quips, none of the what become now we know is Deadpool, you know. So all right, we got it. We could go on forever about that. Let's jump into this. So we got him at a birthday party here. We've got picture there of all his friends. You've got his wife. A lot of people that show up here. We'll just jump into that because they show up here.
Happy birthday to you.
So he's got.
Yes. People who shouldn't be here. Look like Brian Wilson out here, Beach Boys fame.
Yeah. I don't know who the guy with the beard in the back is though. Okay, here's a good one. So you've got Colossal in the back there. Do you recognize the two people in the front?
I don't. Oh yeah, yeah. The one on the right is his cab driver, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, it might be his cab
Mahinder?
driver.
Is
Yeah,
it? Is it
yeah,
Mahinder?
yeah, Mohinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mohinder. Yeah. Um, yeah. The other one looks like he's got powers, but I don't know who it is.
Yeah, it's probably another. Well, I can't say a cheaper X-Men because they own them all now, finally, right? But
Yeah, they own them all. They're theirs to have.
it's
So you've
unrigged. Oh,
got
and there's the other two.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead, a
Thank you,
return, and is that her girlfriend? Is that what it was in the last movie? I
Kamiko. I
can't.
think. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Kimiko. Yeah, yep. Or is that? That's a boy's character too, isn't it?
The name might be wrong, but it's definitely her. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
her
that's
girlfriend
her
from the
girlfriend.
last
Yeah,
one.
like
Yep.
Kimiko is off the boys, so I'm not sure if that's
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
right. It is. Yeah.
disclaimer.
Well,
This
I was like,
disclaimer. This one timeout here. This one might not.
yeah, I don't
But
think I
that
got
is
the
she's
name
in
right.
yeah. Oh, then you
Blind
got
Al.
the blind lady, which is one of the funniest fucking scenes in a movie ever. You see his wife there. We'll get her here for a shot.
It's been a challenging few years.
So you got his wife there. Who was that before that? Is this?
It was her again, I think.
Is
Just
it?
in a flashback. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got his wife there. Got him talking in the background.
There's somebody else in the background of that picture. We'll see.
I think the
close-up
mustache. I think
soon.
we're gonna get him here
For
in a
sure.
second.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you.
There he is.
That guy.
That
There he is.
What is his name? He's part of the group that goes with them.
Was it Pete or something? I can't remember, but he looks like Ted
Yeah,
Lasso.
I got. Yeah, I
And
gotta look this
more
up.
importantly, while you look that up, and this is where I started to realize what they were doing. This dude died. So Wade, well, as we now know when we saw the TVA grab him, seems like Wade somehow found a way with his little cable thingy to go back in time and save all the people that he loves and have them all hanging
Yeah,
out at
because
his apartment for
remember
his
at the
birthday.
end of the last movie, he goes back in time and saves Vanessa. Let's see here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
saves this guy too.
Shatterstar was killed and Peter was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that one might be Shatterstar. That might have been who that was.
Which
Yeah,
would
so
be
in the mid-credits scene, he
oh, okay.
let's see here. Yukio's the other girl's name.
Yukio, thank you.
Not yeah. Kimiko is the boys.
You don't have to delete
So
your angry comment, guys. You can leave it. We
yeah,
appreciate it.
just leave it. We appreciate it, all the love and hate. It's all in good fun. So yeah, the mid-credit scene of the last movie, they repair the time-traveling device that Cable used. So that's when Deadpool, Wade Wilson, goes back and saves Vanessa and saves Peter from his death. Shatterstar was killed by a helicopter.
That's right.
Remember Brad Pitt plays the invisible character and gets killed too.
I wonder if he'll make a cameo. Maybe he's in
So
the room now.
maybe let's see. I'm kind of reminding myself. So maybe all the X-Force people are back. Who knows? So they could all be back if Peter's here and Shatterstar's there. Maybe he went and saved them all. So
sounds like something he'd do.
Yeah,
and it sounds like something that would definitely piss off the old TVA, or at least set off
so
the
maybe
radar.
that's why the TVA is here.
Make a wish, buddy.
Yeah, so maybe that's why the old TVA shows up here.
Weird that she calls him Buddy, though.
Oh yeah.
Wade Wilson? Wade Wilson?
That's why I'm thinking maybe he's in another timeline.
Wade Wilson?
I think
Make a wish, buddy.
it
Buddy?
could just be a throwaway comment too. They're kind of weird.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking?
So we got the TVA here.
Yeah, you
Not
can
exactly
see it on the
looking.
chest plate.
They don't look exactly the same as Loki season 2.
No, they kind of got
Ooh.
Ant-Man vibes.
A little Ant-Man vibes. So
Black and red.
are we going to assume this comes after Loki season 2, after they get the TVA all fucking squared away and cleaned up?
That is very interesting. I don't know what to assume when it comes to that. I honestly am, part of me is thinking that this may be sort of an adjacent universe, that this, maybe it's not necessarily a TVA that's at a later point in the timeline, whereas it is a TVA from a timeline that, I don't know, would have been pruned before. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that would make it.
Do you think we might have multiple timelines of TVAs? You think there's multiple TVAs?
Yeah, potentially, because who knows what? Because I don't know if they're sticking with Kang. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
rumors have been all over the place on that. There's been rumors of recasting him. There's been rumors of Doctor Doom. There's a lot, and this movie's the way it's playing fast and loose. It looks like it's going to shape the direction of what comes next. Too. So we don't have an answer on that yet.
Because I noticed, like, on top of, not only that's why I'm thinking that this could be a parallel universe or something adjacent where it's a different TVA, because there's no Morbius, and it's a British dude. It's not like it's Renslayer or one of the characters that we're familiar with.
Caught me off guard too. Is that
none of these people are people we recognize.
They do, like, those are exactly the same, the little pruning sticks are exactly the same. Yeah, I got it there. Those are exactly the same. And then you see them go through the same exact type of wall. This is a great line, by the way.
Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Great fucking line. Which also, let's just get that, like, I'm glad Disney's going to allow us to be R-rated. Like, I would have been completely out on it if they did not allow it.
They would have lost so much money on that one.
Yes.
Good, and as you said, yeah, credit where it's due for.
Yeah,
it feels like it's an easy decision, but I imagine there will be some minor backlash. But Yeah, no. Smart business move here, and yeah, they would have lost a lot if they can't afford to lose any more
No, they're
favor from
struggling
Marvel fans.
financially.
James.
Financially, they're struggling. Last year was the first time they didn't have $1 billion movie in like 10 plus years. The Marvels was not good at box office. Like overall apathy around the MCU has set in, and part of it is their fault. Like let's not take that over.
Big
They were the
part.
ones that overloaded the market and put out a zillion shows a year and a zillion movies, and there's seemingly no direction at the moment. It's supposed to be Kang, but God only knows what's going to happen there.
Rough. Yeah, who would have thought, James, that people wouldn't want to be forced to watch multiple mediums on multiple platforms just to keep up with the storylines in movies? Who would have thought?
This phase has, I think if I'm right, more content than all the phases before it combined.
Well, that depends on your definition of content, but yes, you're
Yeah, I think it's
probably
just
right.
if you go movies and TV shows. Yes, also correct.
If you're basing it on number of minutes people were actually entertained, I would say they are far from a new record. But yeah, as far as
But just overall
minutes recorded, yeah.
Yes, minutes recorded. Yes, yes.
Yikes.
Secret Invasion. Terrible.
Agreed.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
Yeah, so here's the guy we're talking about, not Mobius.
Hashtag not Mobius or Morbius. So
Not
double
Mobius,
letdown.
Morbius, no Renslayer, no Miss Minutes. It doesn't feel like the TVA of old. You know? Doesn't like the TVA of old looks like it's ripped out of the 80s.
Yeah, this not to say that season 1 TVA didn't have its scary
Correct.
side to it, but it was more of an uncanny thing because you had the overly cheerful Miss Minutes and you had the almost Fallout-esque
Yeah.
graphics and cartoon descriptors, but then it was all dystopian, and that's where the horror came from, was that juxtaposition, whereas this is just
now
a creepy British dude doing a Dr. Evil.
Yeah. At the end of season 2 of Loki, though, they do kind of, I can't remember exactly how it ends, but don't they go back to, some of them go back to their lives, like Mobius is considering going back to his life? Because Loki's gone.
Yeah. I don't know if maybe Mobius does. I'd have to go back and watch. It's been a while, but yeah, so that's very plausible.
Not all of them. I know Mobius talks about it. Like they're there, standing there. Just don't know if he did it or not.
Yeah, on my end of the theory, yeah, that's definitely a possibility. I wonder if that could be. Now, I don't know. That's also a lot to explain, which is another reason I have a feeling, because this is Deadpool, that'll probably be a little more hand wavy with the like, oh, it'll be easier to just say this is a different TVA. We won't see any of the Loki characters.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's an odd choice because you have characters that what we were just making fun of, or at least what I was just making fun of, was the fact that they tried to force feed all these TV shows down our throat. You finally have a show that people actually like, and then you're gonna use a setting, but not from that show, but not any of the characters. That feels like a massive misstep to me. I just don't. I don't think that's what they would do.
Could they just not be showing them?
That's a good point too. This
like
could
we could
be.
Listen, we're talking about a trailer that
herring.
doesn't show a ton.
Yeah,
leave some major players out. The villain's not in it. Wolverine's on it. Maybe it's just a red herring, and maybe this is just a nobody.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
I don't think so, but it could be. You know.
See, that points to the trailer.
Maybe this is their new. Yeah, great point. Again, didn't reveal a ton. There's a lot of Easter eggs and things to build off of, but didn't reveal a lot. So maybe this is just one of their thugs or something. Who knows? One of their agents. Who knows at this point? You know.
It's just their shisty lawyer.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you?
This is the casual shit. Reference.
Walk with me.
So I didn't get that quick. This does look like the TVA. This
Yeah,
is
definitely. Yep.
absolutely. This is the TVA we know and love. So they're just there must have been some interrogation room. Again, the guards are different. They're dressed different. They're not. Wasn't it a lot of orange in their costume and stuff they
Yeah,
wore?
there was black still, but it was definitely black and orange and not black and
Orange, yeah.
red. And I don't remember so many of them. Did they all have their face covered
No,
like
not a
that?
lot of them. I don't think so.
I felt like most of them we could see their faces. So I think that's a bit of
Yeah.
a change too.
These look a lot more militaristic than those did. But you do still have the 80s vibe with the suits and the way they're dressed here. So there's
Yeah,
hints of
that's true. The office folks do kind of look the same.
Yeah, they're still dressed the same.
See somebody in a lab coat back there.
So you got him, just the old costume, nothing crazy here. I don't know what those stickers are.
You are special.
Wade, see, looks like he's working at like a Walmart or a Best Buy.
Yeah. Just got the name tag that says Wade.
And that's where I think he did some weird time travel stuff, or maybe he thought he was time travel. 'Cause that's the other part. They could always write in that Cable thought he was that stuff came out before all of this multiverse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So with what we now know about multiverse and time travel, it could be that he thought he was traveling in time, but he's really traveling to other universes, and
Pulling
maybe
people in.
his trade off. That's kind of what I'm seeing, is that he's dressed as a Walmart employee while staring at his Deadpool costume. This feels like a guy that either brought back his loved
Mm-hmm.
ones or snuck into a plane where they're all alive. And in order to keep them alive, he's not being Deadpool, because he's
Deadpool.
come to realize that him being Deadpool is what got his wife killed, because they were coming for him, not her. And
Yeah.
so I feel like that he's probably doing that thing, that like
He's
Nobody, the
trying
Bob
not.
Odenkirk movie. Yeah, he's trying to pretend like he's not
Yeah.
a badass, and
It's
it's
actually a good
killing him.
theory. Yeah. Like it makes, because he did get them all killed. They all died for him. So even if he brought him back in his own universe, he's like hiding, it looks like. And they kind of start at the start of the trailers like that too, where he's a little down and kind of depressed. And so that's essentially the TVA for sure is showing up because he did something he wasn't supposed to do. Like by
Yeah,
whether
which
he went to
also tracks.
whether he
Yeah,
brought them back or whether if he traveled to a different universe and stayed there or something,
yeah, I think we're on to something. So yeah, they didn't give us nothing
This
at
is your
least.
chance.
Look at that fucking beautiful bastard. Look at him.
Dude, is he gonna be fighting? That reminds me, that's some old school, because he's in the woods. It looks like it's snowing. This is
I'll tell you
the
where.
kind of shit that inspired Quentin Tarantino to make Kill Bill. This is some like old
Well, there
70s
is.
samurai
Yes.
shit right here.
So there is leaked footage of Liv Schreiber coming back. I think it's Liv Schreiber. Don't, again, a lot of names we screwed up today, so just add it to this tomorrow. But there's leaked pictures, maybe footage of Liv Schreiber coming back as Sabretooth from the OG X-Men movie. And the scene is from a snow. If I remember right, it's in the snow, so he could be here somewhere.
Oh boy, that was another
Because
great
it's a fight
casting.
scene. Yep. So he's there somewhere, and I think it's Liv Schreiber, but this could be that.
Hero among heroes.
So that absolutely looks like the TVA. Kind of looks like the Mandalorian posters hanging in the background there.
Yeah,
Not,
I think that's just a guard in the hallway, but
yeah, it's just a guard. It's literally a guard standing for something. So, but he's been shown
Yeah.
twice now, so he can't just be not important.
yeah, and now they're asking him to do the TVA's dirty work. So
Interesting.
some parallels to Loki. I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, I still don't know who this guy is.
This is great. There's so much in this scene. So they're playing all the Avengers movies or clips from him, showing him what's going on. You get Iron Man, you get the original Avengers movie, you get
Is that
Thor.
Ragnarok?
That's Ragnarok when he loses his eye.
Yeah.
And it comes back, and then you get an epic.
Oh, you get Cap. Oh, that's great.
He salutes Cap. It's such a good scene. He's saluting Cap there.
I missed the salute the
Yeah.
first time too. That's
It's
hilarious.
so funny. Yeah, he's saluting Cap. I don't know what the scene is. Is it Captain America on the left too?
Oh yeah, it is. It's like an old.
Yeah. It's an older one, right?
I smell what you're stepping in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I do the salute is so good. Salute Captain America. That's great.
Your little cinematic universe.
Don't know who this is.
Yeah, just a fellow bald, shouts out.
Yeah, Egghead.
Probably the bad guy, of course.
Could be the bad guy. Would make sense that it would be, just because it's a weird thing to flash without any importance, And
he's wearing like a black duster, and
duster,
sitting in a chair. It looks like too, overlooking the city. Definitely bad guy. Got to be.
Yeah, definitely bad guy vibes.
Is that Ajax?
Is about to.
Wasn't he bald?
Yes.
Ish.
Where was he? Yeah. You get obviously the Deadpool, just kind of a montage here.
Change forever.
Then you got him. So looks like he's in a fucking James Bond movie. Casino.
I know.
Party.
Was he in? Yeah, is he in a swanky casino here? What's going on? Dressed like that, huh?
And then we get very.
Oh, there's Wolverine. Okay, I didn't see that the first time.
So people are theorizing that this is Patch. Patch is an eye patch version of Wolverine that wears a white suit that I'm going to go find here real quick and pull this down.
Okay. Interesting.
So I'm gonna get a picture real quick here. I don't know if I think he's evil.
See, this is playing into multiple timelines again as well, because
they're playing fast and loose with the timeline.
That sounds like a very different character from Yellow Suit Wolverine. I don't imagine.
Yeah, they're definitely not the same. I'm just trying to find a picture of them. Let's see. Sometimes Logan, this is off of comicbook.com. Sometimes Logan will take the opportunity to don the moniker Patch, throwing on an eye patch, it's enough to throw people off his trail.
Oh, but it is him. Just okay. So
that they think that's Madripoor.
Sounds like it's just an alter ego that he puts on. Okay.
When he travels to Madripoor in the comics, which is that city, which I don't know, has Madripoor showed up yet? I don't think so. Or is it mentioned? I can't remember if it showed up in the Captain America or not.
I don't remember if it was in Captain America and the Winter Soldier or not.
Yes, Madripoor it was in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe that's where he meets this alter ego, and then let me get a picture. It's really funny. Get this pulled up. Oops. There we go. So this is Patch.
Of course that would work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like putting a mask on us. You can't tell.
Gotta love that. Okay. Well, I hope it's that. I hope it's
So so they're reading
Wolverine.
that. I thought it was like an evil version of him, but it could be an undercover in Madripoor. Looks like they're sitting at a card table.
Yeah, so that all tracks. All right, well, that's fun.
All right, let's pull back up. So that's the first technical appearance of it.
I'm the Messiah.
Marvel Jesus, baby.
Marvel Jesus.
This is a great cut.
Yeah, I do love that.
Yep.
suit up montage there.
Okay, so there's
This is also real cool. But yeah, he fights a couple of TVA guys.
this.
Is that a
So he's fighting. That's a TVA thug right there.
Mm-hmm.
So those are TVA people he's killing.
Trained by Taskmaster. That's who else their uniforms remind me of.
Yep, which is coming in Thunderbolts. She's gonna be back in that. So there's a lot of rumors, and there's another scene that kind of makes it look more like this. That this is the Age of Ultron movie. That this is the winter scene from the end of it.
Well, that'd be cool. You see the truck turned
So,
over. Okay, yeah.
So there's a lot of belief that this is from the Age of Ultron movie.
I would love that. Isn't that the opening scene of Age of Ultron?
I think it's multiple scenes. Because the one I'm thinking of is when they're like riding through the snow in the Soviet, and they're like all ramp and shit, and they're all like this. They try to recreate the Avengers scene, just it wasn't near as good.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
haven't seen Age of Ultron.
Language.
Mm-hmm. I ain't seen that in forever. So they think that this is Age of Ultron.
That's neat.
I
can
this
see
is
it.
awesome. The 20th Century Fox banner in the back.
That's what I was like. What does that say back there? Oh yeah, it is this 20th.
I don't know if if there was a picture released of it before or not, but it's definitely it's the 20th Century Fox is what it is.
Yeah, I see it. That's hilarious.
It's the fucking thing that they would used to show before movies, like
Mm-hmm.
the little build of it. Yeah, so it's 20th Century Fox.
Well done.
They fight here for a little bit. This is awesome. The slow motion. This is Deadpool at its finest. You've got another. So where are we at here? That's pretty good one right there.
Huh.
What is grabbing him?
Yeah, I don't know.
It is Eliath from.
Oh!
Eliath from season 1 of Loki.
Okay.
Which is
That
interesting
theoretically
because that
could
would
be true.
Like it looks like a smoke monster, so it's so quick. That's about the best I can get. But it looks like Eliath grabbing him to kill him, which would mean is this in the end of the universe? I don't remember what that's called. The end of time.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Where they prune people and
either,
send them off, or is Eliath out and somebody's using Eliath?
Yeah, that's interesting because it's hard to tell. I mean, the first thing that stuck out to me was on the left side. You see those World War II era motorcycles.
Yeah, that really looks like early Captain America is what that looks like.
Exactly. That's what I initially thought.
But if you look to the right, on the right, it looks like that big ass tank things from a newer era, right?
Yeah, and then what are those giant jungle gym ball things he's standing in? Like, so I don't know. Maybe it is at the end.
Maybe
of time.
this is the end of time, and this is just all collected junk that's been pruned out, and somebody's who knows? Maybe he got pruned and sent there.
Yeah, that could do it. Yeah,
Which if he's at the end of time, we could get some wild Lokis, maybe alligator Lokis coming back.
Oh God, yeah. That would piss me. Well, we better see some of the TVA folks then. If they bring back the damn Lokis,
I think they got to be showing some of them. They're not just gonna like a Mobius would be awesome in this. But yeah, I don't think they can use a TVA without. But also, we're getting them fighting like it's a whole. Like he's fighting those TVA members, so maybe it is a different one. You don't know right now. They
that's true. Yeah.
Or maybe they got overthrown. There's all kinds of stuff that
they need to raise the stakes. Damn it! Have Deadpool take down Mobius.
I love this scene where his arm is broken and then he just zips it back in.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool. Here's a big one. I don't think it is, but man, it's got people in an uproar. This guy on the right has a striking similarity to some major character that has not shown up yet that is coming at some point.
People think that's Dr. Doom?
Mm-hmm. I don't think so.
I hope not. but
It would be such a weird, like that makes it look like it's not. That's a better, like you're kind of.
yeah, now he looks like the guy on the cover of Call of Duty Ghost, but
Yeah, like that doesn't look like him.
no,
I think this makes me believe it's not. Also, mega dinosaur bones in the background there.
that is interesting. That
Yeah.
makes it more cool. But no, I hope Doctor
I
Doom
don't think
isn't
it is, but there is some people
manning
out there that
some
think this is
military
that this is
outpost.
also Doctor Doom doesn't use guns, so that's kind of odd. Like this wouldn't be him, I don't think.
Yeah, why would
But
he have the headset if
has
he
to be,
didn't have the other parts of the armor?
has to be talked about. This also still could be the end of the world because you've got that big skeleton, and then to the right of the skeleton, it almost looks like a bridge, like the Golden Gate Bridge or something.
Oh, I do see that in the background now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know. Maybe these people got to the end of the world and took it over, or there a bunch of people like survived there and took it over. And there are obviously survivors living there. We saw the Lokis. No, but we agree, not Doctor Doom, right?
I agree. Yep. Press next to doubt on Doctor Doom there.
Press X to doubt. See, here's another shot from what people think is Age of Ultron.
Okay.
God, they look like RoboCops there.
Something out of Mortal Kombat.
A lot of montages here. Great pausing. Do you recognize who this is?
I don't. I hope you do.
That is Pyro from the first two X-Men movies. He is young in those movies.
God, yeah.
He's the Iceman's best friend in who goes bad and goes with Magneto.
Wow, I see it now.
He's
Yeah.
young, like he has no facial hair in those movies. He is young. Let's play this through real quick and we'll come back. Great place to stop there.
God, I love this part. Wait!
That's him, yeah.
That's well edited with the weight after that.
Yeah.
People love that meme. No, that's great. And then it looks like we got a DC crossover with Bane in the forefront.
Yeah, Bane right there, yeah. You get a whole montage here. Obviously kills a bunch of people. This could also be where he gets pulled out and his arm is broken a little bit earlier.
Oh, yeah, through that window. Looks like it is.
Yeah, could be the same scene. Just get montage shot guns, him kicking people's asses. It's really quick here. You don't really see it. So this, I'm gonna play this, and then we're gonna go back.
Love this part. Wait!
So that
was the 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, that's the next one. This people think this is from again Age of Ultron right here.
Yeah.
Which could be very clever editing right here. Could be the same scene, but also could be very clever editing.
Yeah, it could be.
Where they all stop. So you don't like people think that maybe there's a big cameo right here.
Yeah.
Could be any Avenger.
Any one of them at that point.
This has got to be him getting his ass kicked by Wolverine, I think.
And that could be the place at the end of time. You know, when you see that, you see the 20th Century Fox
20th Century Fox logo. Sand, like just like that scene
blasted through what looked like a bus stop and then goes into that. It seems pretty odd. So yeah, that's probably where that is.
The end of time here. Yeah. Let this play through. It's so good.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
So good, like that.
They give you like a half second of the Wolverine.
So there's a lot here to get.
Big old tease.
It's hard. It's hard to get him too. It's so quick. It's him and his yellow suit. Sure. Man, it's so hard.
Yeah, I wasn't kidding. It is like it's a couple of frames max.
It's a couple frames max. About the best I can give it. That is the yellow suit that was he posted the picture of. I thought this was pretty sweet silhouette.
Yeah, that whole setup was neat. You could see, and I like how he's, for whatever reason, not wearing his helmet because his hair was the first giveaway in the shadow. But yeah, so no, it was a nice climactic way to end the trailer. That's what everybody wants to see, and so of course they're not going to really show it to us. But
I kind of like it. Like I find it odd they don't. But okay, and there's also one other thing here that needs to be talked about. I have to find it. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I don't know how far I have to go back. They pan this camera in to hide it. Okay. There it is. See on the left side of the screen there?
yeah, I see an object, but I can't tell
Obviously,
what that
I
is.
don't know how to zoom it in. I'm not smart enough. That is the Secret Wars comic book from the one that came out about 5 years ago. I think it's episode or issue 5. It's the episode where they make Battle World. Like it's the series where they make Battle World. You know, where everybody thinks this is going. So that is that comic just sitting there.
Wow. Well, there's a hint for you. Maybe it's
Yep.
a red herring, but goddamn, that feels like an Easter
Could be a
egg.
fun Easter egg. Could be just for fun, but that's a pretty cool throw. And there's also a green bottle on it, which I've seen theorized that in one of the mini Stan Lee cameos before he passed away, he drank a bottle of green liquid and it killed him. I just don't remember what movie it was.
Oh, okay.
And maybe it didn't kill him, but let me see if I can see Stan Lee. This one I found. Let's see. Let's go here. He's been in so many. That one. There's so many. Drink screen. Let's see if I can find this exact one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. I can't remember where I found that little bit at. I've got all 25 of those pulled up here. He's got so many.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of them, but
He was in 889 whole TV show. Let's see. I got one more. It's not bad. God, he was in so much stuff. I wondered if it was a whole community. I can't find it. Oh, he might not have been there. So I can't figure out which one it was, but and maybe it didn't kill him, but I know he drinks a green bottle at some point. So they think that's that, but that was just go throw in. So yeah, that's kind of pretty cool there. Just pretty on the nose considering that's coming down the pipeline, or maybe it's just a major hint at what's to come.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
And then you get the official title card for it.
oh yeah.
July 26th.
There it is.
There she is, Kev.
Locked and loaded.
What-
Well, it was a good trailer.
Very, very good. Doesn't give up a lot, which I think we both really like. Both big fans of that.
Oh yeah, that's the way you do it. That's how it's done.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to trailer 2. I'm sure we'll watch that again when it comes out. I don't know what the next preview review will be, but I'm also looking forward to reviewing that movie when it comes out in about
we'll
5 months.
We'll do a review. That'll be fun. So, Kev, thanks for joining me tonight. Let the folks know where they can catch you outside of here, my friend.
Yes, sir, brother. Thank you as always for firing this up. You can catch me on Bite Size Sports on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern talking hoops. Also, bitesizesports.com, where you can see all of our shows, all of our stuff. Sunday nights and Tuesday nights on the Clout Route from 6 to 8 p.m.-ish Eastern time. And then, of course, you can find me on Carnage Unleashed Monday nights at 8. And most Saturdays, calling those
Busy man.
pay-per-views. Pro boxing under my belt now, James. So every time I feel like Thanos with a much smaller gauntlet that has just a lot more tiny jewels in it. I'm just adding a new sport almost every week. So find me everywhere at KevNevic_. Probably just the easiest if you just follow me on Twitter or Facebook.
You got it.
There,
it's right there.
and you'll get everything. So thank you guys all for watching. James, what about you? Where can they find you, brother?
You mentioned the bounce on Thursdays at 9. That's me, you, and Keebler talking basketball. Every Wednesday, you can catch me and Kev talking Star Wars on Han Shot First. We are making our way towards the season 3 premiere of The Bad Batch, which people have seen episodes 1 through 8, and the reviews are starting to come out. None of the reviews, but I've seen the responses on Twitter, and they say it's really fucking good. So they say it's really good, Kev.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Really
Let's go.
Dark, and it knows what it's doing, and they say it's really, really good. So very excited about that. So every Wednesday at 9 p.m. you can catch us on Han Shot First. And then occasionally you can hear me talking Titans on Bite Size Sports. I think we're gonna have some draft coverage coming up. So we're busy men. Kev, thank you for joining me tonight. It's been a bit since we've done one of these. Very excited to get this one out there. We'll see if we can catch Dune with this one. Dune is our most watched one ever. So we'll see. We'll see what the fans got for us. So until next time, folks, we appreciate all of you.